All right, so we're talking about Charlotte and how we planted that seed for her. And we don't know. Maybe she's going to become a famous actress, or at least, now she's thinking about, like, I could do something. And originally she said, I'm afraid to do that, or I don't want to do that. I don't actually think she said, I'm afraid, because often we don't say those words. We don't maybe really know our secrets. But when we say, oh, and it shows up on our face, and I don't want to do it, right? You know that there's some fear-based thing going on there as part of the reason.
And another amazing thing about doing these plays or doing a speech or doing tennis, let's say, or basically doing anything that might be a little bit nerve-wracking, doing a competition, doing a spelling bee, is that you can also encourage people to do it too.
Yeah.
And you can also give them a little bit of your confidence, give them a little bit of confidence, give them a little bit of encouragement, just something that can kind of make them feel like it's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, totally.
It's very helpful. Even just these little things, like it's awesome, it's super fun.
Yeah.
Just that can talk someone into doing something out of their comfort zone.
And I'm guessing some of the older actresses, when you first started, the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, maybe did that for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and helped you get through, right?
Totally.
And we just saw you did it for Dax when we said, he wants to be the scarecrow, and you were like, you're going to make an awesome scarecrow.
Yeah.
It's a great thing for his confidence, right? That's the kind of inner self-talk we would want Dax to have for himself. I'm going to be a great scarecrow. Not, I want to be a scarecrow, but I could never be a scarecrow, so I guess I'll just be a munchkin, right?
Yeah.
And he may end up being a munchkin, but he should go for the scarecrow thing. Because sometimes it's just the process of going there and seeing what happens is the biggest learning experience.
For sure.
Have you always gotten every single thing that you've ever wanted that you went for?
No.
Did it always turn out? No, of course not, right?
Of course not.
But you didn't stop and you kept going.
Yes, like you always need to keep going because the fun part about plays is it's really hard to stop. It's funny because even though sometimes you're just like, I don't want to do this, when you're done with it, you're sad.
Yeah,
But that's what kind of keeps you going on it.
yeah.
So, and that's another thing about plays. You don't always get the role that you want. And sometimes you might. Sometimes you might get an amazing role, but it's not the role that you want.
Yeah.
There's really anything that can happen in plays. But you just have to keep going and you have to be okay with not getting the role.
Yeah, and I think it's in everything, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you didn't want it and you're not a little disappointed. That's okay, right?
Totally.
It just means that doesn't keep you from ever trying out again and starting to say, I'm terrible, I knew. You might go down on yourself. You also might go to the people and be like, oh, she doesn't know how good I am. They're so dumb, or whatever it might be. And then that might stop you instead of really just going, what was missing? What could I do more of, right? And going ahead and letting yourself get better.
Yeah.
You know.
And another fun part about it is maybe you don't get the role that you want, but if you can do really good on the role that they gave you, maybe sometimes you will get the role that you want.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you have to just, again, go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
You have to be okay with it because sometimes it's just a start and it's definitely not the end.
Yeah, right. That's really good. All right, so as we move through our power formula here, right, we didn't get the role that we wanted or it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. And the first thing is we're just kind of like, we got all these emotions and feelings because, we're humans, right? And we talk about going to this power place. This power place is studied, it's physiology, it's what you can do with your body and your breathing, right? But because we like to keep our stuff fun and cool, right? We do the science part of it where we take our breaths, right? Our deep breaths, and where do they go? Do you remember? To that solar plexus, because that's our power center, solar, right?
Yeah.
That's how we get our power. And we just kind of get our shoulders back because it's hard to feel too down if you're like this. It's easy to feel down if it feels like the weight of the world is kind of on your back, right? And you're walking around like that. And then we talked about the power pose, right? And the power pose is the fun part, but it actually works. Like if you get into a strong pose, right? I always told them mine was like this, right? Do you remember what your power pose was?
My power pose was, I think it was
She's gonna
something
pose. Good, right? And you chose it, right? And there's even a girl, and you know her at the school, Mouse,
Oh, yes.
who every time I see her goes, I changed my power pose. Now it's this. And I swear it's the same every time. I don't know what's different, but she's thinking about it.
Yeah, right.
And she was playing something in PE, and I asked her, how'd you do? And she goes, oh, I'm really bad at it. And I go, well, do you remember, because she did the course, and I go, do you remember, like, how that talk to ourselves isn't how we want to talk to ourselves, because it kind of brings us down? She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I'm going to power pose instead. And so she's thinking about it. She uses that tool, which is a good one. And then, of course, we had our power glasses, too, which were our emoji happy sticker glasses that we put on, which I had some right now. So that is where we can go to reset ourselves, because we don't always have to be like something happened. Okay, power thing, superpower thing. But we ultimately want to get there. And as we said, we want to spot the blobs. The stink thing that's showing up, the blobs that are coming to get us. We want to stop it. Don't energize them. Don't keep feeding them. Don't let them get bigger, right? Even if they're going to hang out for a minute.
Right.
Use our power place formula
And yeah, again, back to rock climbing. You don't get it. I messed up 4 times before the first quarter of the rock climbing. And I was angry because I was just like, I just want to get to the top. Like, why do I keep falling? What am I doing wrong? Why do I deserve this? But then sometimes I just have to be like, try again.
to the power place. And that's what you're doing. That's totally it. And it makes a big difference, right?
Yes, it makes a giant difference.
Yeah. And then, so finally, power action.
Power action.
So we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. This is where inside of the course we go on a scavenger hunt. Why do we go on a scavenger hunt? Well, we know what we have to find. We don't know where it is. We don't know exactly how we're going to find it. We know we're going to look, but we don't know what exactly that looks like.
Right.
Where we're going to look, what we might have to look under, around, over. We're going to have to climb up on something. We're going to have to crawl under something. We don't know all that yet, right? But we're ready, hopefully, to go for it. And then we get our list of things that we're going to try to find, and we looked underneath that cabinet, and nothing there. And in that moment, in the teaching, we go, oh, this is good.
Right.
Why is this good, Riya?
Well, first of all, you learn that it's not there.
Progress. Don't have to look there anymore, right?
And also, it's like when you're on the way to a goal, you also do pick things up along the way. It's like you have these little stars. And for instance, a video game, it's like you're going, it's like, oh, there's a star there. Oh, there's not a star there. But there's a star over there. And you pick these little things up. For instance, it might be a little boost of courage. It might be you get a new trait. You might be able to have focus. Like things like that. And you pick them up along the way and you get those little stars. And maybe it's not there, but maybe it is.
Right.
So you just have to find these little things.
The little nuggets you can use there and outside of there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, and so then when we do find something or two things, we're starting to like, okay, wait, we're looking, right? And it's like when we're going towards a goal, like, oh, we did accomplish that. Oh, we did accomplish that. Right? Oh my gosh, we accomplished that, which was over here. We found 5 things, right?
And it's those little boosts, it's those little stars, that mindset too, that doesn't get you really bummed out when it's not there.
Right, because of your relationship with what that means.
Right.
It doesn't mean you're a terrible person. You should have never started the scavenger hunt. It means that you now know where it's not. You now know what not to do. You now know what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, right? To
It's a
keep you
great
going,
thing.
which is a great thing. So we'll wrap it up here, maybe with some final words from Dax here. Let's each pick one.
Okay.
I'm going to choose I am to the max, because in the book, Max,
This is the Brax one.
there's the Brax one I practice every day. Max is Dax's inner superpower, and he symbolizes Dax at his maximum or best, so I like that one.
I'm gonna do monkey bars, here I come.
Why that one?
Well, I think, I remember when monkey bars were actually a little scary for me too. Like it was just so high up and it was so, like look at those wood chips, what if I fall, what if I mess up?
Yeah,
But
everybody laughs.
then you just have to do it.
You just
And
did.
then when you do it, maybe you do make it to the do the monkey bars for that feeling.
Yeah, right. Once you know it, right?
Yeah.
Which is so good. And I think that's the same feeling we were talking about at the end of the play.
Yeah.
And I used to do triathlons, right? Your dad who's sitting here used to do triathlons. We didn't like a lot of the parts of the actual running, biking, and swimming in the middle of it, but at the end of it, we felt pretty good and we liked
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And I know for me, I would look for that next sign-up page. Where's the next triathlon?
Yeah.
Right? And well, in the middle of it, I was cursing like, "Why did I know that?" Right? But that's what we have to do with our mindset: is get ourselves past, because we want to have that sense of accomplishment at the end of it. And the monkey bars are what's in the book, and it's what Dax accomplishes. But it's a symbol in the book for accomplishing anything that looks scary, hard, right? Like you think you can't do it.
We had a play day and it was from 12 to 10 p.m. So we had like this whole entire day of just plays. And it was crazy.
Gotcha.
Oh, it was so crazy. It was just so much to do. And we were all like, I don't want to do this. It's 5 and I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
Like, this is just not.
Yeah.
Haven having to tease her hair and then put it all back normal and then tease it at the end.
Oh,
of
this is for Greece?
This is for Greece. It was crazy. But then you notice maybe 20 people doing the play again. And they just keep coming back because it's for that feeling at the end when you get in and out and you're just done with the whole entire day and it's just the best feeling.
And not to mention when we went to the parent meeting, your
Yeah.
dad and I recently, and they brought up the Grease play, and they said those girls afterwards like cried for an hour later.
Yeah.
And a mom sitting next to me goes, "An hour a week," right? Because you guys didn't want it to be over,
No.
right?
Greece was amazing.
So you went through a 10-hour rehearsal and all of that, and during it was like hard. But now we should also say that you have that in your memory bank
Yeah.
of when it's hard. There's this reward at the end.
Totally.
I had the same with the triathlons,
Yeah.
of course, right? That's why I kept doing them. I knew about how the reward felt.
Right.
So we should end this with, go for it.
Just do it.
Just do it with the just.
With the just.
With the just
and the
underlined.
do.
And the do, because the just it doesn't really work either,
Yeah.
right? But do it without too much thought. And if you have that thought, switch the channel on your thoughts. Practice the positive power thinking,
Yeah.
right? That's good. And ultimately, Riya, look for her as your pediatric aerospace physician,
Yes.
right? And we don't know all the steps that it takes to get there because this is new in our world. But if you've listened to her here today, you probably feel the same way that I do. She will get there. It will happen. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.